Calxiyn here, and if you guys enjoyed the video, you should go ahead and subscribe for more RWBY videos. We have a lot of news to cover from the RTX panel, so let's just jump right into it. First up, we have the RWBY Volume 7 DVD, which is coming out on September 22nd. I'm really excited to pick it up because I really want to see the director's commentary. They said it had a lot of chaotic energy, so I'm really excited to pick up the DVD and hear what they had to say about each episode. If you guys don't know, the DVDs include director's commentary where they're basically talking over each episode, choices that they've made, stuff like that, and I'm interested to see what they're gonna say. Then we have two separate merch news type situations, and so the first one is that there's this RWBY set that is in this like classic anime style. It is called RWBY Reimagined, and if you guys didn't see, I'm showing you right now. There's basically 4 shirts and then a first exclusive shirt. Personally, I'm only gonna pick up the first exclusive one. I know Hunter picked up the first exclusive one as well. It doesn't seem like worth it to me to buy all 4 shirts when they're just gray. Like, it makes more sense to buy the one that has all of them together. That was just me though, but if you guys want to go pick those up, they are in the Rooster Teeth store, and again, you do have to be a first member to get that first exclusive one. Then we have a couple other pieces of merch that I thought were really cool. Again, the Rooster Teeth store is expensive, but I thought that these ones were kind of worth it. Like, I don't know, it sort of depends. I'm gonna give my opinion in a minute, but in terms of the other set of merch, we also got a Yang Aviator jacket, Neo and Penny cosplay hoodies, and a pin set, and if you buy the pin set, it also comes with an exclusive Crow pin. Now, I bought the jacket, and I bought the cosplay hoodies. They were a little bit expensive. Like, the Yang Aviator jacket was a little expensive, but it is something that looks like you could legitimately wear outside for the winter, or at least for the fall. So my reasoning was, like, it looks like it is a high quality enough jacket, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just a cosplay item, it is something that you could actually wear, and jackets tend to run up pretty expensive if you want a good winter jacket or a good fall jacket, depending on where you live. The cosplay hoodies, again, a little bit expensive, but I really like them, especially the Neo one, so I sort of splurged. The pin set, like, Hunter and I both agree that the pin set didn't really seem to be worth it. Like, I basically did the math, and they would be $16 each, because it was $82 Canadian, but, like, I don't collect pins. I don't know a lot about pins, so I don't know, like, if $82 for 5 is really, like, a good price. They do, like, they look okay, but, like, it didn't really compel me. We also got the RWBY Volume 8 release date, and if you guys didn't see that, it is November 7th, which of course is a Saturday, but there was like an asterisk that is sort of like the tentative release date. Like, they're pretty sure, but something could happen and it may get all thrown off kilter, basically. And so that is what they're aiming for, but again, don't hold them to that. That was basically the gist. But we hopefully will be expecting RWBY to come out on that day. I'm really excited. They also dropped a teaser, but I already did a video on that with Hunter. If you guys want to go see that, I should have uploaded that already. So the Team Juniper anthology is also going to be releasing. It is currently being a work in progress, if that makes sense. And if you guys don't know, they have other manga anthologies for RWBY, Weiss, Blake, and Yang already, and they're mostly like non-canon, like just something for fun. I didn't really like get into them enough to do a review on them, but I have read them. Like, they're just sort of fluff, you know what I mean? It's like officially licensed, pretty looking fan fiction. So yeah, just keep that in mind, that it's not necessarily as canon as something like the RWBY fairy tale book, which has already released, and I will be planning to do a video on that, but they did mention it again in the panel just to remind people to buy it. Moving on though from like clothes and books and stuff, we have a couple things in terms of action figures, and we have like those little ones that sort of look like Funko Pops but with the eyes, and then we have a big RWBY one and a big Weiss one. And so you guys, I'm not a big action figure person. I don't know, that Weiss one though, that Weiss one is kind of calling to me, so I may end up buying it. I'm not really sure. Like, I don't know. I just like stuff that I can wear and sort of show off to other people, and action figures or something that stay in my room. Like, I can't even put them in my background because I don't have a shelf or anything over here. But I hope that they do well, because I hope that they will make more. If they release like a Fox or a Neo one, like, that would be like the instant buy for me. They also had like RWBY X Geeky Tikis, and like, I have never seen this before in my life. Hunter and I were joking because we were recording this stream waiting for like RWBY news, and we were like, is this cultural appropriation? But yeah, I'm sure that they've considered that. But yeah, so it's these little cups that you drink out of, I guess. I don't really have a lot to say. I will not be buying those, but just wanted to let you guys know that is something else that they mentioned at the panel. Something else in terms of kind of weird stuff is that they're making RWBY coffee, and they sort of went into depth about this, that it's like a woman-owned like brand and all that stuff. I don't know a lot about the brand other than what they explained. They are basically making like Huntress coffee, and the coffee appears in Volume 8 somewhere. So yeah, I don't have like intense thoughts. I'm not a coffee drinker. Maybe if you're a RWBY fan and a coffee drinker, like, you know, it'll all work out for you, I guess. Like Eddie and Carrie did say that like they did like drink some of it, and it's been on their like desks and stuff for use. So I don't know, like, I don't know. I know nothing about coffee, guys. Do not take me as the final authority on that. Speaking of Juniper, even though they were all the way back over there, RWBY Combat Ready is having a Juniper expansion as well, and so we're getting like double Juniper in this panel. Apparently Combat Ready is a very hard game to play. Like, Hunter played it with a friend, and it's very, very complicated. But you know, for the people that understand and do play the board game, obviously having Juniper included, that's pretty cool. So yeah, happy about that. That's pretty nice. Now, one of the biggest announcements, like, in the entire panel was definitely the RWBY X Way Forward X Arc Systems, like, game situation that's going on. And so that's Rooster Teeth, like RWBY, obviously, then Way Forward, and then Arc System. And obviously, Arc System makes fighting games. They made Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, which includes RWBY characters. So a lot of people are speculating what type of game this is gonna be. Apparently, it has a story, so I don't know if it's gonna be a fighting game like everyone has sort of wanted, but Arc's system, like Blaze Blue, also has a story, right? So it could be possible that it is a RWBY fighting game. But looking at Way Forward a little bit, like, Hunter and I want to make a full other video about this, because I want to like thoroughly research the company and what they've been doing. Because I looked on their wiki, and they made like some Barbie games and stuff like that. So I'm a little like, I'm questioning like if they're just like, you know, one of those companies that just publishes like franchise games, if that makes sense. Like, they had Barbie the 12 Dancing Princesses and Barbie the Magic of Pegasus, which I've played, by the way, especially the 12 Dancing Princesses one, but, like, I don't know, it just seemed a little weird with that. But they've also made, God, what was it called? They've made another game recently, and that game has, like, a 9 out of 10 on Steam. River City Girls. Okay, so yeah, they've recently made River City Girls, and I did look that up, and that has good reviews. It seems like a beat-em-up game, and it's pixel art, so I'm really excited to see, like, what these two companies will combine to make. But again, Hunter and I want to research that a little bit more, see what we could possibly be getting. They also made a post on their website, and so I want to do a separate video about that. And finally, we got the RWBY Volume 8 poster, but hopefully that was in the thumbnail, and you guys have seen it. So yeah, that is basically all the RWBY news. There were a couple other things, like they did say that the Babs Tar clothing collection is going to release in October. I think they said October 30th, but there's really like nothing new there. Like, they, you know, they said it was gonna be releasing, but they didn't actually show us anything. We already knew that collaboration was going on, and so it was just like a little update. It wasn't really anything. They also told us to tune into the Scholastic panel, which I'm really excited for because I love the books. But yeah, that is basically all of the RWBY news. I hope that you guys enjoyed this hopefully short video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.